I'm Andrea and I am a huge fan of Trader Joe's. Now I know that the frozen food section can be kind of intimidating, so in this video I made some of my favorite frozen foods and some new ones too. Hopefully this video will give you some inspiration and ideas for your next trip to Trader Joe's. So the first meal I want to make for you all is this family style meat lasagna. It is one of my hands down favorites. It is a 2-pound box of the meat lasagna and it serves 4 people. So here are the nutrition facts. And here's a quick overview of the ingredients. Now, this lasagna does contain beef and pork. So just wanted to let you all know that for those that don't eat pork. But here are the cooking instructions, and the recommended cooking instructions are the oven, and they also have microwave instructions as well. I have never made this in the microwave. I always make it in the oven, but here it is in its frozen state, and all you have to do is vent the sides. And if you like frozen lasagna and you like Stouffer's, this is 100,000 times better than Stouffer's lasagna. It 100% tastes homemade. But I am letting my oven preheat to 375 degrees right now. Then I'm just gonna pop this on a cookie sheet and let it bake for an hour, and then I'll take the film off, and it says to bake it for 5 more minutes or until that cheese gets nice and bubbly. Okay, so I just took the lasagna out of the oven, and like I said, it feeds 4, and I just measured the container, and it is a 9x7 container. So I'm gonna let this cool for a few minutes, and then I'll get it sliced up for you all. Okay, so here is everything all plated up, and here is that lasagna. You can see all of that meat and cheese. This is truly a really good lasagna. Savory, delicious. Like I said, it really does taste homemade. And I am just serving the lasagna with a little side salad and some garlic bread. Okay, so for dinner tonight, this is a new to us meal. I'm making the ginger shrimp lo mein, and it comes with a frozen package of shrimp and sauce, and then a little package of the noodles or pasta and veggies. So this is a 16-ounce package, and it says it serves 3 people. Pretty simple instructions. I've already got a skillet preheating with a little bit of oil, and all you're supposed to do is add in your noodles, let it cook for about 6 minutes covered, and then you're supposed to add this frozen package of shrimp and sauce, cover it again and stir it up, and it is good to go. And I'm just adding those noodles to my hot pan, and then I'm just covering them up, and I'm gonna let those noodles kind of break apart in steam. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and I went in periodically just to make sure that the noodles and veggies were all separated. One thing I did overlook in the directions is that it said to let the sauce and the shrimp packet thaw in cool water for about a minute. So that is what I did while the pasta was cooking. And now I'm just adding in the shrimp and sauce to the pasta. Gonna try to stir it around just a little bit, and then I am going to recover the dish and then just let it continue to cook. Okay, so here is everything all plated up. It smells really good. It looks really good, and Howard and I tasted it, and it's actually very good. The problem is that it's just a really small serving. When Howard saw it in the skillet, he thought it was just enough for a single. It was like a single serving entree, and I said no, there's supposed to be enough for 3 of us. Well, luckily for us, Harrison does not eat this kind of food, so I was able to stretch it for the 2 of us. But really, if I were to buy it again, which I definitely would because it is very good, I would buy 2 packs for Howard and I to eat. Plenty of shrimp, very good. You can taste the soy, you can taste the ginger. Serving it with a side of some broccolini, because if you're serving it for 2 people, you're definitely going to need a side dish because you're not going to get full off of the serving. But I would definitely buy it again. Really easy to make, very, very tasty. Okay, so next up we're trying these Panzerotti pizza bites. I think I said that correctly. And so these are filled with mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce. We flip it over on the back. So there are oven instructions, microwave instructions, and air fryer instructions. So I am going to try these in an air fryer. It says heat at 375 for 8 to 10 minutes or until it's heated through. Here's a quick little overview of the nutrition facts. There are 12 pieces total in this bag, and there are 4 servings, so 3 pieces per serving. And here is the calorie and sodium information, quick overview of the ingredients. So let me get these cooked up and I'll show you how they, tell you how they turn out. So I wanted to show you what they look like before I pop them in the air fryer. They're a pretty decent size. They're very, very light. One thing that I did forget to mention to you is that these are fried. Here it is. These are fried and not baked, so that's gonna make them extra yummy, and it says they're chewy as well. So anyway, let me throw these in the air fryer. Okay, so here are the little calzones right out of the air fryer. I cut one open so you all can see what it looks like on the inside. And there's the cheese and the sauce. So the outside is very, very crispy. And initially you're gonna think, man, this thing is gonna be hard as a rock. But as soon as you bite into it, you get that pillowy softness and it tastes good. It tastes like fresh bread. It smells just like fresh bread as it's baking. Now I do wish they had a meat option because I feel like it needs some meat, but it is good. It's probably about 3 inches long, 2 inches wide. I am serving these with a side of Caesar salad and some warm marinara sauce. I also think these would be really good if you took them out of the air fryer and brushed them with some garlic butter as well. But all in all, pretty good, and I would definitely repurchase these. Next up is mac and cheese. This is one of my favorites, and I regularly buy this when I go to Trader Joe's. It has 4 cheeses, cheddar, Swiss, Havarti, and Gouda. Let me flip it over on the back so you can see the nutrition information. There are actually 2 servings in this box, so my husband and I usually split it, but you could definitely, of course, eat it alone as an entree. And then here are the instructions, and I always cook this in the microwave. So all I'm gonna do is poke some holes in the plastic film and then microwave it on high for about 6 minutes. So I just took it out of the box and I forgot I wanted to show you all what it looks like so you can see all of that cheese right on top. Okay, so here is the mac and cheese in all of its deliciousness. This is hands down my favorite grocery store mac and cheese. If I'm not gonna make it myself, Trader Joe's is the way to go. Next up, I'm making this ham, onion, and Swiss cheese tart. It is a favorite of ours. This is something that I always buy. Sometimes they're out and it's not easy to find, so I buy a few at a time. But let me show you the back here. Nutrition information and baking instructions. So it says to preheat your oven at 450 degrees for 10 minutes and then bake it on a baking sheet for 8 to 10 minutes. I have found that 8 to 10 minutes is not nearly long enough. I usually have to end up baking it for about 15 minutes or so. So it's a pretty small pizza. It's 10 inches across and it's very thin. If you're the only one eating it, it's enough for you to have for a meal. If you are sharing this with someone, then you're definitely gonna need like a side salad or something like that. But here's my baking sheet. It doesn't say to do this, but I always spray it with cooking spray, and then I just place my tart right on top. So it's been 10 minutes, and I just wanted to show you all what the pizza looks like, why I said 10 minutes isn't nearly long enough. The edges are still, or the crust is still white, and I like mine brown. So I'm gonna keep it in there for another 5 minutes or so. So here is the tart after letting it bake for 17 minutes. You can hear how crunchy that crust is. And just wanted to show you the bottom. It's nice and golden brown. Such a quick and easy meal. So next up, making chicken fried rice. This is a staple. I absolutely love this chicken fried rice. My husband loves it as well. So let me show you the back. Okay, so here are the nutrition facts. And this chicken fried rice here, let me try to zoom in here on the ingredients. So you get carrots, scrambled eggs. You also get green peas, leeks, red bell pepper as well. Now, if you've been with our channel for a while, you know that I cannot stand green peas. So I do take the time to take out all of the green peas before I make it. But wanted to show you, so you can actually make this in the microwave or you can make it on the stovetop. I always make it on the stovetop. It says 4 to 5 minutes. I always cook it a lot longer than that to make it more restaurant style. So I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so I wanted to show you the fried rice in its frozen state, and these are the peas that came out of the fried rice. My husband so very kindly picked them all out for me. So now it's time to cook this fried rice up. Okay, so I have a large skillet here. I have 2 tablespoons of oil. The directions say 1 tablespoon, but you really need more than that. And I'm just adding in my fried rice. And once you have all of your fried rice in the skillet, you just want to pat it down just like I'm doing. And you're just going to let it cook there for probably about 4 minutes. So it's been about 4 minutes, and all I'm going to do is just kind of move that rice around. And you can see that it's starting to brown, which is what I'm looking for. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and you can see that chicken is a nice golden brown. Also, my rice is a nice golden brown too. I like to cook it long enough for that water to kind of cook out of that rice. So let me get this plated up so you guys can see how it looks. Okay, so here it is, all plated up, and like I said, we really like this a lot. One thing I forgot to mention is that the chicken is dark meat. So if you're not a fan of dark meat, you probably won't care for this fried rice, but we love it. Sometimes I doctor it up and add a little bit of sesame oil to it, and it is even more delicious. And now I'm making these croissants. These croissants I have been making for a couple of years now, and we really like them a lot. You get a box of 8 mini croissants. And I opened the box so you all can see inside, and they come just like this. So the directions say they're ready to bake, freezer to oven. And when I first started buying these, that's exactly how I used to make them. But then one day I decided to let them proof, and it was a game changer. So I'm gonna be making 4 of these croissants. 3 of them I'm going to let proof overnight on my baking sheet. I'm going to cover them with a clean dishcloth, and 1 I am going to just bake it as directed from freezer to oven so you all can see the difference. But for us, we really prefer to let them proof overnight. Okay, so here they are on the baking sheet. They're probably about 3 inches long and maybe 1.5 inches wide at the in the middle. So like I said, I'm going to cover these up and let them proof. Okay, so it is the next morning, and you can see how much the croissants proofed. And then I just added the one from the freezer to the pan. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. And then I'm also going to be making this Trader Joe's chicken breakfast sausage patties. This is going to be a new to us item. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and you can see that the ones that I let proof are ready to come out, and the one that I put in frozen has a long ways to go. So I'm going to take the ones that are done off the cookie sheet and put the other one back into the oven. Okay, so here is everything all plated up. I've got some cheesy scrambled eggs, the croissant, and then the chicken sausage. And one thing I failed to mention about the chicken sausage is that they are fully cooked. And let me show you the back here. So here is the nutrition information. And then here are the ingredients as well. Howard and I tried the chicken sausage and we both thought that it was pretty good. I would definitely buy it again, especially if I'm looking for a non-pork option for breakfast. And then I wanted to show you a side-by-side of the croissant. So this is, of course, the one that I just popped into the oven from the freezer. Now, I did accidentally leave it in the oven too long, but still I wanted to give you an idea of the size of that croissant versus the one that I let rise. So let me see here, let me show you. This is what it looks like on the inside. Definitely, like I said, let these proof overnight for best results. But this is the last video in the Trader Joe's series. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we'd certainly love to have you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.